racing away from the 1400-meter marker. One of the first out, Frankie Two Shoes. Brass Bell is right there. Murphy Station is at the rail, but is quite strong and shows the pace. They're followed further back in the field there by Ideal King, who's a couple of lengths off them. On the bye, he's on the outside, and Lundy's Lad is now raced up into second, but is a little bit strong. So is Brass Bell. They're followed by Anomaly, who races about 5 lengths off the leader at this stage. Riding the crest is in the red, and then comes Arctic Warfare, about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. They're really starting to stretch out now. 9 or 10 lengths off them is African Sunshine, and then comes Baby Shoes. About to turn into that home stretch. They'll be homeward bound shortly, and Murphy Station is the leader. Lundy's Lad, the red cap, is much closer today, second, and then on the bayous with the white blaze. On the inside, Frankie Two Shoes. Brass Bell is the grey, is going to come around them. Further back in the run is Fever. Coming to the 300, Murphy Station, Lundy's Lad. On the bayou, Brass Bell starts to warm up. The outside is Fever. Down the inside, Frankie Two Shoes, and Baby Shoes also tries to run on. Lundy's Lad and Brass Bell over the last 100. They come together for a good struggle. Brass Bell's going on though, and Brass Bell will win it by about 3 parts of a length. Second, Lundy's Lad. Third, Baby Shoes, and then came Fever. Right, so here's number 3, Brass Bell, the path 4, Garth Puller. This one comes, of course, from Ormond Ferraris for Mr. Chow, and bred by Highlands Farm Stud, and they end up winning it well. And this is Luke Ferraris by about 3/4 of a length. This horse had the 3 starts, or the 4 starts, up the straight at Scottsville over 1200, goes around the turn and steps up to the 1400, and boom, today is also amongst the leading group, didn't have to make up the ground. Lundy's Lad was also prominent, was a little bit strong. Baby Shoes, that was a very nice run from a wide draw, take note of that. As I say, those earmuffs got removed, and further back in the run, well, as we look at this, Lundy's Lad is the red cap on the left hand side. The winner is the grey in the middle of your picture, and that's Brass Bell. And further back in the run, Baby Shoes, take note of that replay, it was widely drawn, but the winner, number 3, Brass Bell, at 440. Tote favourite was number 11, Lundy's Lad, which runs into second. Until the running of the third race will start off our pick 6, and I'll also do your test your knowledge there. Back to the studio.
Brass Bell, he looks progressive sort, just 2, should I say, 3 runs here in the province, all over. Well, a good win here for Guard Puller's runner. Well done to Mr. Chow as well. The grey son of Part Fork has come through to win race number 2, and bred by Highland Farm Studs. Well done to them. And Luke Ferrara is doing duty, and this individual, Guard, certainly bringing him along the right way. Guard, firstly, compliments to your yard. You got him now for a few runs, and as he goes over a bit more ground, we're starting to get to know him.
Yes, he came here. I must say thank you to Mr. Ormond Ferraris. They all came down well. He was a little bit of a chubby guy. He needed a little bit more time just to get fit. He's had the 2 runs down the straight, 2 progressive runs. He come on nicely. We stepped him up around the turn. He's never been to Greyville, so it's a win full of credit, I must say. He'd never been around the bend, yeah, but in saying that, he's probably wanting further. But we thought we would take it the step, first run around the turn over 14. I thought he might be good enough. It's always competitive, you know, 1400 meters, the barrier trial horses, the horses with form. Dean's horse looked like a nice horse, went down like a keen horse. But this horse has got that come on look about him. He's doing nicely. Congratulations to Mr. Chow. Thanks to David for organising the horses to come to me. We really do appreciate it. Mr. Chow, I hope you're watching back in Hong Kong, which I think he is. They all know it's raining. And to Luke for a nice ride. To Hollywood for their sponsorships, and to my team back at home, Michael, Bishop, Eric, and the guys, and to Wendy, thank you.
I told you, you need to brush up on that Mandarin, because you've got a lot of Hong Kong owners in your stable now, Garth.
Yeah, I need to get there, then maybe I'll brush up.
Okay, later on, can you help us with regards to your runners?
Yes, I've got nice runners all day. I think they all got place chances. I think the big horse, Jack of Hearts, will run well again, and I've got a horse in the last race. I know Paul Lefty's horse is probably the horse to beat, but I've got a nice horse in the last race. He also hasn't been here.
Thanks for that, Garth. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Well done to you, Mr. Chow, who's watching in Hong Kong, I'm told. And this gentleman, he knows about Hong Kong. His dad trains there, of course. But coming back to this individual, you know, his last start was patently too short for him.
Yeah, geez, you know, the 12s has been catching him out a bit too sharp. So I think going the 14 today, he really did relish the trip. And yeah, big thank you to Mr. Puller. Had him in immaculate condition today. And well done to Mr. Chow in Hong Kong. And to Dad, who you know, they bought them. And to Granddad in Joburg, he liked this horse, and so I'm just happy it's come out to win.
How did the race work out for you? I saw him, you had it in a lovely position. Keegan was just in front of you. Your danger?
Yeah, geez, he came with the machine well, and we found nice cover that pulled us into the straight. And yeah, and then it was just a matter of me pressing the button, and when I did, you know, he really did respond well. So now it's definitely a good sign, and you know, I hope he goes on to do better things.
Keegan had first run on you, but you seem to always have his measure.
Yeah, Deez, you know, the turn of foot that he's been showing us in the 12s, I think it was just about switching him off today, because I knew that he did have a turn of foot coming, and when I did turn him into the straight and got behind him, he really did pick it up well.
A horse that we can follow?
Yeah, Deez, I definitely think so. I think he's a progressive type, and hopefully he goes on to win more races.
Okay, Luke, you got one on the board, and the pick six will begin in race number 3. We'd like to follow you wherever we can. Any confidence coming through from your side later on?
He's hard. Deez, I think another nice ride of mine that was scratched today, Pollard. I think he would have had a chance, but you know, he's out. And I think working towards the back of my card, Winter Chill from Mr. Puller. He's a nice horse. You know, he's progressing, and yeah, I think he should run a good race.
Have you worked him back home? Gut seems to like him at the back.
He does. I have worked him, Deez. He's a big boy, and you know, I think he's just got to settle with me and then bring his turn of foot.
Busy time of the year with the exams. How's the studying going?
It's going good, thanks. Looking to get that out the way, but yeah, it's all going good.
Well, if you speak to your dad and your grandpa, give them our best as well. But well done to Mr. Chow, and well done to you. Good ride on this fella.
Thanks, DJ. Another big thank you to my sponsors, Aventure. Thanks.
Lovely. That's young Luke Ferraris. Now we've got the Hollywoodbets winning groom, and James is going to help us with this one. And he is Monde Mokosane. Monde, my man. Let me give you a congratulations as well. Well done, my brother. Well done to Monde, receiving his 1,000 Rand from Hollywoodbets. That's the winning groom of race number 2. Up next is the big one. It is the start of the pick six. Don't be caught napping. Time to jot down 13:55, 5-2.